All right, so the new digs. Welcome back to Go Dobbs. It's been a while, guys and girls. We're in the new house finally, and winter's upon us. Pretty good. Oh, of course you can't see it. Anyway, west coast of British Columbia here, and we're used to rain, not snow. So we're just doing a quick bleed on a merc 115 on his power tilt. We just replaced all the seals. Actually, I'll show you the seals. I won't bother. But these seals here, everybody's had one leak. You see it coming out around there. It's a pretty easy job. It sounds like a daunting task. It's not that bad. On the merc here, pretty simple. There's a pin right here. Pull that out with a pair of pliers, and then you can slide this out either which way. Then a pin down here. Again, pull that out with a pair of pliers. Pin right here slides each way. And then you can pull the whole unit out. You'll have to unplug the wiring harness up inside. And I did this one on the boat. Not a big deal. You'll need a gland wrench for these two things here. And then once you get the unit flipped over, you can undo that. Pull the unit apart. I should have probably recorded it, but I did get a GoPro, guys. And that's going to be coming out of the boxes soon. But anyway, once you get it on the bench, it's pretty simple. You pull the seals out. Breaking this top cap off of the rod. There's the gland nut down at the bottom where all the valves are. There's a bunch of bearings in there. There's 5 bearings, 5 springs. The reason I'm making this video is if anybody decides to do this and you have the gland nut version instead of the nut or bolt version. I just made up 2 bolts out of one of my puller kits, and I put them in the vise. And I made a video of that kind of setup. Have a look at that. But this is about bleeding these things. Once they're completely bone dry and all rebuilt and there's nothing in them, you want to get this reservoir filled up, and that's a bit of a pain in the ass. So I tilt the boat trailer right forward as it'll get off the truck, right to the ground pretty much. Fold your wheel up if you have to, because there's very little room in this reservoir. Fill this up. Get yourself a nice long funnel. Fill that up. Make sure your motor's locked. Fill it up. Put the cap back on, and then lower the motor. It doesn't take a lot of fluid to lower it, but watch out, because if it can drop real fast on you and take your arm off or whatever. They're not light. And then you got to bleed it, so then you got to get it back up. And this one was a real bugger. If you got a friend with you, it's pretty easy to lift them, but you got to be able to lock it and lift it at the same time. So I used my motor mount or my motor hoist and just picked the leg up slowly. And then once I did that once, I had enough fluid in there, it would cycle slowly, so I put a battery charger on it and went in it that way. And now I think we're on our 3rd fill. It's going up and down great. There's no air in it, so I'm just going to top it off. But I just wanted to check in with everybody and say hello. Most of all, it's been probably almost a year here, coming close to it. And we do have a bunch of projects on the go. We got a 20-foot Hurston in the back. We got Ian's 17.5 double eagle. That's going to be a neat project, and I got something new coming. I'm going to do some surprise, and I'm not going to tell anybody what that is, but that's going to be probably a full gut. And something else, a little cherry on the top. But that one is actually currently, we tried to get it out the other day with the quad, and it is currently literally frozen to the ground out here on Vancouver Island. The past week it's probably been minus 10 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's fucking cold. And the tires rolled and took a chunk of dirt or something with them, and we couldn't. It wasn't good. We weren't going to beat the tires up trying to get it out of the grass, so we just abandoned it and moved on to some repairs that we can do in the shop with the stove running. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well. That'll be coming in here as soon as we get a thaw or some snow disappears. And we're going to go bring out the GoPro. That's going to be fun. I've never used one before. Editing, I'm probably going to hate everybody for making me do this with a GoPro. But we'll get that running, and you guys will be able to see everything step by step on that double eagle. And again, like I said, we're going to do something pretty cool. And I'm going to be doing some molds, building some fiberglass molds for whatever it is that's really cool that I'm going to do that boat. So we'll see you guys as soon as we get some heat. Ciao.